Welcome to Redesigning Health and Home. I'm Meg.
And I'm Kerri. We love creating beautiful, functional spaces and living healthy, vibrant lives. So join us as we chat about simple, practical ways to take care of your body, mind, and your home. Whether it's fitness tips, home decor ideas, or navigating those big life moments, we're here to share what works for us and what doesn't, with some encouragement along the way.
Let's redesign this life together, one step, one room, and one habit at a time. Hello, and welcome back to Redesigning Health and Home. I am Meg, and I'm here with our beautiful co-host, Kerri, and we are so excited to keep this summer series going for you as we enter really into the summer season. But first, Kerri, how are you? What's new? What's exciting?
Our weather has been kind of up and down. I don't know about yours, but it was super hot and now it's like rain moving in and moving out. So it's a little bit crazy that way, but looking forward to the weekend. Hubby gets home from a trip, so just gonna relax probably in the backyard.
Okay, all weekend, or do you have any plans?
I might make a trip in to see my girls and take them some freezer meals to put in the freezer for the work week. Both of them are super busy right now. So how about you guys?
You know, we don't really have anything on the schedule. So our garage is a little bit of a wreck. So I was looking at that today. I did do a donation drop this morning after my classes I taught. And that motivated me to think, well, I could probably go into the garage and organize a little bit and maybe take the leaf blower and blow it out. So yeah, and our weather has actually been beautiful. We're going into a very warm week, it looks like, coming up. So this week will be high 70s. So I think it'll be perfect to get some of that outdoor stuff done. We do have a lot of landscaping. We had one big landscaping job done where all the pine needles, all the pine cones were scooped up, but we need kind of a refresh too. So a bunch of weeding. So I think we'll get out there and do that kind of stuff. But speaking of your freezer meals, are these things that you can enjoy in the summer, or is it still you're bringing in your comfort foods to the girls?
So I was actually asking the girls, like, what do you feel like having? Like when you get home from work, what would you be excited to have? And Jordan said, I love salads, because she's said, I don't like making the salads myself. So I thought, well, that's easy. And there's lots of things you can add into the salads. And then Jessica sent me, we used to get HelloFresh, and she had a couple favorite meals from there. Bibimbap, and another one, I think it was some kind of shawarma that she liked. Anyway, she sent me those. So I think I'll put those together. And I recently posted actually on our Instagram and Facebook about a grain bowl that has quinoa and all kinds of things in it. And it works vegetarian or not. So I think for the girls, I'll probably put together as much of that as I can. Just some things for them to have when they get home from work.
That is beyond sweet. And yeah, I saw your Instagram reel that you posted, and I was hungry immediately. I thought that was amazing. The quinoa and your veggies you put in there, and it looked really, really, really good.
And I love chickpeas. I actually saw a recipe about chickpeas where you put them in your air fryer to make them nice and crispy. And then you actually poured chocolate on them and made these little chickpea crunchy, like little bars of chocolate and chickpeas. I haven't tried it yet, but it looked really interesting. I'm trying to imagine how that would taste, because chickpeas themselves, although they're quite textured, they don't have a ton of flavor.
No, yeah.
So I'm like, well, that could potentially be good, I guess.
They probably would be good, or they'd actually just take space from the chocolate, because I bought a bag of puffed quinoa. It doesn't look like the grain. It looks almost like a Rice Krispie. They're puffed. And I've mixed that into some chocolate and then spread it out. But then I think it just spreads the chocolate out more.
Right.
But then you get that little boost of fiber or whatever.
Yes. And that's what
are you going to try those?
Yeah, I think it sounds interesting. I might even make a batch and take some to the girls, see what they think.
Oh my gosh, you are too good.
Well, we'll see, Meg. It's one thing to say it. It's quite another to get it all done.
Okay, but you're putting it out there. Okay, I like it.
I'm putting it out in the universe.
It is out in the universe. And speaking of meals and all that fun stuff, we are really excited about this week for our summer series. We're going to talk about food, all things food, food adjacent, recipes, however you're going to throw it at me, Kerri. And I know we haven't discussed our list. Now, I'm a little tiny nervous because I went about this probably a little differently than you did, but I'm hoping that we
Mm.
can mesh our conversation nicely together.
Okay, sounds good. Well, the first item on my list actually came from a conversation I had with my sweet friend Lori. She was telling me about how she was supposed to take a dessert over to a gathering and she was trying to decide what thing to make. And she had mentioned rhubarb crunch. And her husband immediately came out into the kitchen and said, I vote for rhubarb crunch. So we've heard of apple crisp and rhubarb crisp, but this is called rhubarb crunch. There's quite a bit of topping on the top that gets quite crispy, and there's pecans in there too, which really adds to it. So I was excited when I heard about that because my husband and I love rhubarb, and he grew up having tons of rhubarb in the garden. So I decided I would make it for Father's Day as kind of a surprise. And that pan was gone so fast. It was very tasty. Lori lives in Texas. And so apparently rhubarb shows up for them in the winter months instead of the summer. So she can't really find fresh rhubarb right now. So she decided to try making it with frozen rhubarb. And she said she probably won't go back to using fresh. It was so good. So I didn't use frozen. I used fresh, but now I'm curious to try the frozen as well and see how it is. So, it's all the yummy things. The crust is your oats and flour and brown sugar and cinnamon and butter and pecans and all the yummy things. So yeah, it's a really, really tasty one. The recipe she sent me is classic old cookbook with all kinds of little scrawlings in the margins of things she's added. And then she added a little sticky note with some more notes. I'll write it out a little bit just
That
to
would
share
be
it,
great. Yeah.
to
Wow.
share it with the listeners if anybody's interested. But how can you go wrong with the rhubarb?
How can you go wrong? Amazing. Speaking of rhubarb, I was driving home and I want to say we're kind of in the country, but we're kind of in the town. I didn't have anything on me. I think I had my debit card, my credit card, but there was a boy on the corner and he had a cooler and it said fresh rhubarb.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So in my mind, I kept telling myself, put $5 in your purse so the next time you're out, you can stop. So, yes, rhubarb. Now, speaking of ingredients, this is not a recipe, but I'm going to jump to just a few summer fruits and veggies that
Uh-huh.
are so succulent and luscious and crisp and flavorful that are
Mm.
must for summer. Just a few. Fresh vine ripe tomato.
Mm.
I just sliced one today and put a huge slice on my sandwich right before we got on today. And
Mm.
there's just something different about that summer tomato. There is a country song, and gosh, I wish I could think of the refrain. It basically says, talking about how love is grabbing a fresh tomato with a little shake of salt on it and taking a bite.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really a cute song. But so I love that. And then my favorites, watermelon. I mean, watermelon. And if you can pick one that's just perfect. And then
Mhm.
two other ones, mangoes. Oh my gosh. I know we've talked about these before, but and pineapple. Okay. And then one more, crisp corn on the cob.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I agree with all of those things in your list. And in fact, couple of my recipes are inspired by those things that you just
Okay.
mentioned. So, do you have any tricks for picking a good watermelon? Have you heard of any tricks?
I actually saw a few videos yesterday. Now, we had some friends not too long ago, and there was a big bin, and her and I were going through the bin. We thought we did a good job
Uh-huh.
doing what we thought, the big yellow spot.
Right.
I think it's supposed to have the cobwebbing veining,
Uh-huh.
supposed to be really heavy because then
Right.
it's juicy.
Uh-huh.
And some sort of freckling. And we picked that, but it was actually overripe. And it
Oh,
was early. It was in May. So
and
I
that's
don't know.
tough because you can't tell by the smell of a watermelon. Like if you pick up a peach, something about a peach you can smell if it's nice and ripe and sweet, but you can't do that with so many, so many of these fruits. And so watermelons are a little bit tough to pick. It's sometimes hit or miss.
I'm almost to the point just buying the pre-cut ones that look, this one's going to be a good bowl, because
Right.
I feel sometimes you're saving money anyway, even though it might
Yes.
be a little more expensive. You can already see this is a good
Yes.
pick.
And depending how many people there are, if it's
Yes.
just the two of us, to go through a giant watermelon, it takes a long
Yes.
time. You're eating watermelon like crazy, but if you're just buying them cut up in the bowl or the little slices on the trays, then you can just see exactly what ripeness they are.
Exactly.
So that's
Right. And
perfect.
before you share your next one, I forgot, I do have cherries on my list. I
Yes,
think my husband has eaten a bag of cherries a day. I mean, it's just
they're so good.
so good.
So do you guys play the game with the cherries?
What is a game?
So we used to have a really long drive from where we lived to where our parents lived when we were first married. So we'd get a bag of cherries and you take the stem and you hold it against your nose and then you try to eat the cherry without using your hands. It's ridiculous. It's kind of like spoons or something like that.
I thought you were going this is actually where my mind went. I thought you were going to tell me from that road or the driveway that you were planting the seeds
Along the
along
way.
the drive just to see if you could grow a could you imagine
20 years
10
later.
years and all of a sudden people have this cherry
Cherry.
orchard in their yard?
No, that's the cherry game. It's ridiculous. But there you go. So my next one actually is inspired by mangoes, and we love all things mango in this house. We would buy mangoes like every week. They can be hard to pick though. And there's the big ones and the small ones. And we like the little bit smaller ones. What did you tell me they were called?
Al
Honey mango?
honey or champagne mangoes or a talfo.
A talfo. Yeah. So those,
Talfo.
the little ones, we really like those. They tend to be a little bit sweeter. Anyway, mango mojitos. So the recipe for the mango mojito is 1 large mango, water, lime, ginger ale, mint, and if you want, 2 shots of white rum. But I suppose you could just do it as a mocktail and then ice to serve it. So that sounded so good to
Do
me.
you strain it then? Is it strained or shaken or it's blended, obviously, right?
Yes, it's blended. Yes, 1 large mango skin removed. Yeah, I believe you blend it all together. It sounds delicious to me.
Yeah, that sounds really yummy. I do love all things mango. And actually, my second thing to talk about is moving from a fresh or a roasted salsa to
Uh-huh.
mango pineapple chutney. You know, when you scoop it up with chips or put it on a piece of chicken or put it on a piece of fish.
Yes.
That in the summer is just, I have one other recipe kind of to go with that, but can't
Oh,
beat.
yeah. It just says summer, right? It
Mm-hmm.
just says summer for sure. Yeah, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, right?
Very good.
I like the peach one that you can buy in a jar, the peach mango one, but it's still more roasted or cooked. But if you just really chop the pineapple and the mango and the peaches and add a little, maybe even jalapeno and even some tomatoes, salt and pepper and lime, it's just a pop of freshness you can't
Yes,
beat.
yes. So
Yeah.
good. So good.
What you got?
My next one is actually a sauce to go on pierogies. So are you guys big pierogi fans at your house?
Huge.
Right. And Pete's Baba made the best pierogies. And one visit when I was there, she she tried to teach me how to make them because they're a bit tricky. If you don't get them sealed properly, then you go to boil them and they'll pop open. But she made a creamy dill sauce with mushrooms in it. Have you had that one?
I've not had that one.
So we also love all things dill. So dill grows like a weed, dill weed, right?
Yeah.
And so my grandma would make pickled carrots. Have you ever heard of pickled carrots? So they're super crunchy and she'd put like tons of dill in there, but she'd make jars and jars and jars of them and she'd give them to us. And then she'd come for a visit, a week or two later and she'd say, now, how about some of my dill carrots? And we're like, oh, those are long gone.
Long gone. Yeah.
because they're just so good. So yeah, anything dill, but the dill sauce for the pierogies, the creamy part comes from the butter and the sour cream. And then it's got the dill in it, some spinach, lemon juice, garlic, fresh mushrooms, and butter. And salt and pepper to taste. Like, how can you go wrong? And so you make your pierogies nice and crispy. That's how we like them. And then you put the sauce over the top. You could eat a bowl of the sauce and be happy. It's so good.
That sounds so luscious and decadent. Now tell me, what kind of pierogies are you making?
Well, we don't make our own pierogies. We either buy them frozen, but in the summer, there's a farmer's market in Woodstock, and there's a guy there that sells pierogies by the dozen. And we love when we see him there, because then we'll,
Nice.
buy several dozen and pop some of those in the freezer. We tend to like the potato and cheese kind. He also had some that had some sauerkraut in them, which were a little bit different. I tend to like the potato and cheese one.
Delicious. Delicious. And I love it. Chives for sure. I remember growing up, my mom always had dill and chives in the garden, and we would just use scissors and chop them, I remember shucking corn on my front porch with a big paper bag and then going to get the chives and the dill to kind of snip into recipes. So that's a nice childhood memory that you just kind of brought back.
Yes.
Very fun and delicious. I'll have to definitely see, my mouth is watering. I did eat before this, but this always happens when we talk about our food episodes.
Right.
Well, very good. I like that one very much. The next one I have is still going along with our farm fresh vegetables for the summer and the fruit, the mango. And this is shrimp tacos. They're my favorite. Now, my family probably makes fun of me because we will be probably even at a pizza restaurant. And if there's shrimp tacos on there, I'll order them. And they say, "What are you doing? This is not the place to be ordering shrimp tacos." But it's just, they always make my heart sing. I love them so much. But I always in my head overcomplicated it to make them, but super simple. I think it was my mom years ago showed me, I think at Aldi, there was a jar of Bang Bang sauce. It's just a spicy mayo, sriracha, lime.
Right. Okay.
But called Bang Bang. And she would always toss fish in there or shrimp. So when I bought that, I thought, okay, well, one, this is super simple. You can grill or saute your shrimp. And then all you need is a little slaw from a bag or shred some lettuce.
Yeah.
And then your tortilla. And then if you're really getting fancy and you have some of that chutney or pineapple mango salsa you just made.
Oh, yum.
Put that on top with that Bang Bang mayo sriracha.
Yeah.
Go out on your patio in the sunshine with one of your mojitos.
Yeah, right.
It is summer on a plate.
Absolutely.
My favorite.
So you're going to be disappointed to hear that I don't eat shrimp. I know so many people say that. And for a while, I kept trying it, being like, okay, I'm an adult now. I'm an adult now. I can eat this.
Yeah.
It's the texture for me. The kind of...
Oh, the rubbery kind of?
Yeah, like you're eating an eraser. I can't do it.
Well, what about fish tacos?
Fish tacos, fine, but I just don't care for the texture of shrimp. So, and Pete's like you are. If fish tacos are on the menu, automatically he's getting them.
Fish tacos. Okay. Yeah. Well, think of this either way. Go the fish taco route or go the shrimp route or go chicken. I mean, I think that Bang Bang sauce would work with chicken, but oh my gosh, it's so good.
That sounds really good. You're right. That does sound like summer on a plate. Well, I actually was thinking about the whole charcuterie boards and all that. And you and I talked about the butter boards, and there's all these different kind of dessert boards. And I was thinking, I wonder if there is a sorbet board. So I love sherbet or sorbet in the summer. It's just so refreshing, with that little fruity tang in there. And they're so colorful, all the different flavors. So I did find an AI picture of a sorbet board, but not really like any real pictures of people doing it. But there was a woman, she did a really cute ice cream bar for her daughter's birthday. And she had mentioned that you could easily substitute either sherbet or sorbet. And then I had to look up what the heck is the difference between
Does
sorbet,
one have
and
milk?
sherbet. Correct. So it says sherbet is slightly creamier and made with a small amount of dairy, while sorbet is completely dairy-free, has a crisp, refreshing taste. So I think it's actually the sorbet I like, especially the ones that are like lime that do have that tang to them. And then can you imagine like all these colorful, because there's orange and there's raspberry and lime, like it'd be so colorful. And then just all these little fruit and nut toppings to put on it. I think that'd be so fun for the
So
summertime.
fun.
I think I'm going to do that. My
What
next
about the
party.
mango sorbet?
Yes. The
Yes.
yellow one. Yes. That has to be in there too.
Well, it does.
It's fun.
When Gib had a dental procedure, probably in the winter, I think.
Uh-huh.
And, I was like, what can I have in the fridge or freezer?
Uh-huh.
Mashed potatoes. I think I got some mac and cheese. And then I got lemon, mango, and strawberry
Uh-huh.
sorbets.
Uh-huh.
And it was funny because after we're all done and healed and everything, I just kept rebuying it because it was so good. So, yes, I am all over this sorbet board.
Sorbet
Oh,
board. I think
that sounds
I
so
think it would
good.
be so pretty. And at first I was like, well, would you scoop the colors like right onto the board? And I was like, well, they're going to melt. And then I thought, well, what if you
Mm,
had like a marble board that you chilled? But I think it'd be better just to probably leave them in the containers. Take the lid off and let people just scoop their own because otherwise it'd probably melt pretty fast.
I see what you're saying, though. That is pretty genius. If you were to do that, maybe with you and your husband.
Yeah, it'd have to be a small where
Right.
it's not sitting out for very long.
Well, Cold Stone or the rolled ice cream,
Right. Yes. Yeah. They use
they
the.
do that.
Mhm.
Yeah. We did
Mhm.
Julia really wanted it. This was a bunch of years ago. And it was just so fun to watch them do that, spread it out on the slab and then roll it into these beautiful ribbons and
Yeah, yeah, we've had it
very fun.
too. It was really different. I had never seen it before.
Yeah. Well, I have my next one, but I'm skipping because you mentioned sorbet. And when I think summer, I think of those popsicles that are red, white, and blue, the bomb pops.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I am way in my 50s, I still love a popsicle in the
Yep.
summer.
Yes.
I mean, give me the true fruits or the sunshine pops or
Mhm.
these bomb pops. And
Yep.
some of them have 10 calories if you wanted to go sugar free.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. They're just
Just
so
on a
refreshing.
hot day.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
love a pop. Oh, and I've seen, speaking of your mango
Mojito.
mojito, mojito, I just saw a few videos of the popsicle cocktails where
Ooh.
you put the popsicle in the glass
Oh,
and
cute.
then you pour your fun, even a LaCroix on top if
Yeah.
you wanted to add a little something.
Yeah.
But how fun is that?
That's very cute.
Yeah.
Very
So,
fun.
yeah, I'm going to say popsicles in the summer are a must for my food must haves. What's the next thing on your list?
Well, just you mentioning that reminded me that I saw some nice pictures where you make your own popsicles and you put little fruits pieces in there before it's frozen. And you put the stick in so you can see through it and you could see the kiwis or the little bits of strawberries, which would be fun to make your own too.
Yeah.
When the kids were little, they loved to make popsicles. That was always fun. Well, you mentioned about corn. And so my next one is actually Mexican street corn dip. And I have never made this. But when I saw this recipe, I was like, oh, yes. I think you might have actually shared her with me first. Her name's Tieghan, the Half Baked Harvest gal. So her name is Tieghan Gerard, and her company is named Half Baked Harvest. And if you look for her on Instagram or I'm sure Facebook or TikTok, she has an amazing collection of recipes and she's written cookbooks and all kinds of things. So anyway, this is her recipe. She suggests using tortilla chips to scoop it up, but it just sounds so good to me. You grill your corn and then cut it off of the cob to make this, but it's got smoked paprika, onion, corn, garlic, all these yummy things, and then sour cream and butter and mayo, all those yummy creamy things, and then cotija cheese crumbled cotija. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And you mix it all together on a plate and scoop it up with the yummy little chips. And it just sounded so tasty to me. And I was like, oh, that'd be a great use of corn in the summertime. Take that to a party or something.
That sounds amazing. I have had at markets or
Mhm.
fairs where you can buy a cup with a spoon.
Okay. Hmm.
It's very similar, but
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. Sounds yummy, doesn't it?
very delicious.
I thought, oh, I want to give that one a try. I got to start inviting some people over so I can make these things.
Right. Or we need to figure out all of these as single serves,
Yeah, right.
right? Divide the recipe by 10 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, gosh, we could start a business.
There you go.
Could we?
Sure. We could do anything, Meg. We put
We
our
can
mind
do
to it.
anything. Yes. All right. Well, my next idea, and probably I'm getting towards my end of my list, but because we are airing sometime around 4th of July, midsummer, hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill with all the fixins,
Oh, yeah.
pickles and tomatoes, those fresh, ripe, juicy tomatoes,
Mm-hmm.
the corn on the side, grilled on the grill, even this mango salsa to put on top of your dog instead of ketchup and on,
Yeah.
everything, slices of watermelon, the all American
Yeah.
big barbecue dinner on a plate, and it's just the burger and the
Chopped
chip.
onions. Some chopped onions
Yes.
there. Have you seen, I guess it's made out of dill pickles, but it's a relish. And now they come in the little squeeze bottles or jars. But it's a relish made with dill pickles.
Dill.
So it's not a sweet relish. And it is really good. It's like instead of putting pickles on, you just put this on too, and they're diced up tiny. So we get those jars of those, and that goes so fast.
I definitely am going to have to try that. I think pickles have taken a leap into the trendy thing. I'm seeing so much dill pickle dip, dill pickle, fried dill pickles with cheese. Have you
Right.
seen them?
Yes.
I love fried pickles
Yes. Fried pickles are very good.
as an appetizer if you go out. Ugh,
Yes. Yes. So
fried
good.
pickles for sure. So yeah, pickles. Oh, that would be really good because I do like relish, but if it was a dill pickle relish,
Hmm.
that sounds so good.
I don't really care for the sweet relish. Like I'll pass on sweet
Okay.
relish, but yeah, it's like putting pickles on your hot dog or hamburger.
Oh, I love that. I'm definitely going to check that out. Exactly.
So
How about you? Do you have anything else?
I have one more.
Okay.
And this one actually is also from Tieghan, Half Baked Harvest, and it's a summer coconut chickpea curry. And so the vegetables in there actually are zucchini and sweet corn.
Yum.
And specifically, this caught my eye because I have a vegetarian in the family, and I'm sure you can put a side of basmati rice on there or jasmine rice, and it shows it served with that naan bread, kind of toasted,
Oh, yeah.
which looks really good. You and I have talked about this before. I'm all over any kind of curry.
Yeah.
And this one has the chickpeas in it too. I'm going to definitely give this one a try.
You should try to reach out to this gal. Maybe she would have a little conversation with us sometime down the road
Yeah,
and share some new things coming up.
she's amazing. And watching her videos is really interesting because she films them from above. So you
Oh.
can see all the things going in and hear the sizzling. And so it's just really kind of fun to watch her cook. So,
Yeah. Did you ever watch the series Julia Child? It was the Julia Child series based on her life.
No.
And I think they were one of the first to shoot from above.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think the producer saw a mirror in the corner because she was running all over the place, and it gave him this big aha moment of how we can show the recipes. So it was really neat. Speaking of that. So yeah, I would love to. I'm going to go. She's on Instagram, your girl here.
Yeah. Yeah. She's on Instagram. Half Baked Harvest.
Half Baked Harvest.
Speaking of cooking, do you watch The Bear, the TV series The Bear?
I want to say yes. Is it on Hulu?
Yes.
Okay. I've seen 2 seasons. My whole family has seen it all. But then I think we didn't have Hulu. So yes, I I would like to finish them all, but I haven't finished everything.
Yeah, I just saw that the new series is out, the Bear series. So the series, The Bear, was filmed downtown Chicago. And when Jordan used to work at Starbucks, Jeremy Allen White came into the store while she was working. So
Oh,
she got to meet him. And I said, "Oh my gosh, what did you say? And what did you do?" And she said, "Well, I wanted to like play it really cool because I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh my gosh,
yeah.
great picture or whatever." So she was just like, "Oh, it's Jeremy, right?" He's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "We chatted a bit." And then I guess he came in one other time too. So she had two Jeremy Allen White sightings over at her Starbucks.
I mean, the kids too have made a few trips to some of the spots. Johnny's
Mhm.
Beef, I think, or
Yes,
one of the beef
right.
stands, or Mr. Beef. I'm
Mr. B.
sorry,
Yeah.
Mr. Beef. And then I think Kasama is
Oh, I
on
love
one of Julie's list to go, but I think it's very hard. You either have to wait forever or whatever. So,
right,
yeah,
right.
the kids have had a lot of fun trying to go to
I
those
know.
restaurants.
Pete's wanted to go to Mr. Beef since we started watching that series. And every time we go, they're closed. I think we're just hitting it at the wrong time. I don't know. But he's like, "Wait, let's go past Mr. Beef." And if we've got Jessica with us, the vegetarian, we're like, I don't think this is going to be her kind of place. Well, that was a very fun list that we had there. And I'm sure that our listeners have some really amazing recipes as well. People can be so clever when it comes to putting together foods.
Yes.
There's some things that I was like, I don't think I'd ever would have thought of that.
No, I know. Some flavors just go together. And I was thinking about lemonade and sun tea too.
Oh, yes.
Just baking it, the big jug with your tea bags in, letting it brew in the sun all day.
Yes,
And then
nice.
even just recently, I mean, I have my coffee right now, but I've noticed I've wanted more crisp drinks,
Yes,
lemonade or Crystal Light or just
yes.
water with some ice and cucumber or something.
Yeah, or LaCroix.
Yes,
Yes,
making the summer transition into that kind of just summery stuff.
yes. And if you stop by Starbucks, they have some really interesting summer drinks that are
Okay,
more
do you have a favorite?
juicy. I like the strawberry. Okay, is it acai, acai? I've never figured out how to say it.
You can say it however you want to
Okay,
say it.
strawberry acai, and then you can have it made regular or with lemonade. Of course, it's more delicious with lemonade, but then you've got more sugar in it too. So, yeah, those are really good. And
Fun.
it seems like they come out with new ones every summer, and they're always kind of interesting colors and stuff, but I tend to like what I like. So, I usually
Yes.
get one of the refreshers.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of it all. You can enjoy and play around with what ingredients you have, shop your fridge, put
Mhm,
something together you might not even think of and
mhm.
might be delicious.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you so much for this conversation, Meg. And please, if you have a recipe to share with us, please let us know about it. We would love to hear it. And we'll put as many recipes as we can that we shared with you today in the show notes.
Also, if you have a second, if you could leave us a little review on podcast, Apple or Spotify, or rate the show, that would mean the world to us. It doesn't cost you anything except for a few seconds of your time, and it would mean the absolute world to us.
Absolutely. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Hi, Redesigning Health and Home family. It's time for one of our favorite parts of the show, a warm shout out to someone very special. Today, I want to take a moment to give a heartfelt shout out to my amazing co-host, Kerri. Kerri, thank you for embarking on this podcasting journey with me. Your hard work, dedication, and boundless creativity have truly brought our vision to life. I'm so grateful for the energy and passion you pour into every episode, making this experience not just a project, but a joy. Here's to many more adventures together, Kerri.
The topics discussed on Redesigning Health and Home are for entertainment purposes only. We are not physicians and we are not counselors. So please just enjoy this as it's intended to be, which is for entertainment purposes only.
Thanks for listening to the Redesigning Health and Home podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode, we would love for you to like, share, and follow along so you can catch us on all future episodes. You can find me, Meg, at Fit, Fed, Feeling Good on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
And you can find me, Kerri, on my website at homestylewithkerri.com and on Instagram and Facebook at Homestyle with Kerri. That's Kerri. And you can find both of us at Redesigning Health and Home on Instagram and Facebook. So join us next time for more inspiration on creating a home and a lifestyle that truly supports your best self.